Welcome to this presentation of UPSL soccer action, live on YouTube and presented by the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Dalton High School for this first round matchup between Dalton United FC playing at home, welcoming in UMA FC for this vital match that both of these teams have earned. We're getting set for the national anthem here soon, but we'll go over some of the particulars about this match and this competition after that happens.
As soon as the team's set, we will turn towards the scoreboard for the national anthem, everybody. Thank you.
All right, the national anthem has concluded here, and we're going to be set for quite the competition between these two teams. They met earlier in the season. Dalton United came out victorious, but they ended on the same number of points. But with the tiebreaker being a head-to-head, that has prompted Dalton United to have the home field advantage, finishing in fourth, where UMA finished fifth, just one place out of that. So today's referee is Al Tanju, coming in for the center ref position. We also have Lila Remek for AR1. Mary Fernandez is AR2. And Martin Palma is going to be our fourth official today for this wonderful matchup. It was pretty good weather today. Sunshine, a little on the hot side. It'll be hotter there on the pitch. This synthetic pitch that we have here at Dalton High School. So it'll be interesting to see how these two teams start out with this match. And we're going to get the kickoff started here fairly soon here. So we're going to take just a moment, get ready for that as both teams take the field. As you see in the lower third there, both teams ended up on the identical finishing results. 7 wins, 2 draws, 4 losses. And again, of course, Dalton United came with the tiebreaker to earn that home field advantage now. And will it make all the difference? Because Dalton United have played very well at home, but they've had somewhat of a struggle on the had to struggle on the road somewhat. We'll have to wait and see how that turns out. We'll get going here in just a moment. UMA will be in the black, going from left to right. Dalton United in the all-white strip, going from right to left. And we are underway here as we get started. Dalton United looking to duplicate somewhat their performances a couple of seasons ago when they came and got through to the knockout stages. UMA, of course, more rare in the postseason here, looking to make a mark for the first time in a UPSL Georgia Premier. And so we're starting out basically as you would expect. Dalton United very good with the passing game that they have, short passes that you like to work their way up the field. And UMA somewhat of a, I would say, a soft press right now. Trying to force the issue. No Tony Kim in the lineup for UMA today. A little bit of firepower that they don't have, but UMA have done very well even without him in some game. A little tussle in the middle of the field there. It's going to count against Dalton United. Free kick for UMA. It's going to take it quickly, but the referee is going to ask him to do it. Mahadi is setting up. Plenty of black shirts forward. Scoops it in over the top, left, headed up. Still in play in the box, headed out. Dalton. They look to break out of there. UMA still in control, though. Kept in. Dalton trying to work their way out. UMA trying to press a little bit. And they've gotten possession here. Coming through. That is Mahadi. Now Holstrom down that left side. Tries to cross it through low. It is taken by the keeper for Dalton United. And now cleared. Down this near side. Going to go out for a Dalton throw. I did not get a roster for Dalton United, but I expect to get one soon. So should be able to identify everybody properly. And it's going to go out to that far side. Still the Dalton throw here. Set it back a little bit, resetting here, switching the field, coming to the near side. Lewis gets it back to the middle here, over to Hugo. Back to Lewis, down this near side. Got a chance to cross it in, crosses in, just gets it beyond the attacker. They still reach the teammate on the far side there. I didn't see who that was. Tried to get it back through, but it is cleared by UMA. Good move forward by Dalton. Throw in now. Back to Frank. Now coming through. Zoiler. Back over to this near side to Hugo. Hugo back to Frank. Zoiler over the top now. Kept it in on that far side. UMA momentarily able to get something on it, but here comes Dalton now to the middle. He tries to go through left. The goalkeeper catches it, but he fumbles it, but he does get control over it, so it's going to be a clearance there for UMA. Another half chance there, sort of a sloppy pass there, unable to keep it in. It's going to give Dalton United another chance here in this attacking third. UMA look a little nervy right now in defense. Going to go back out for another throw. Lewis is going to take it again. And he's going to actually leave it for Hugo. Setting up for a long throw. And here it comes. It goes into the box there. Headed out, back out to Hugo. He's going to take another long throw here. Looks like he's going to go right back into the box, into the midsection. Oh, and it's gone in. What a great chance there. Under the underside of the bar. And it goes out. Another close call for Dalton United. The pressure is heating up a bit. And they have possession again. They look to reset, coming down, trying to go through the middle. Got a man in there. He's going to put it in. Oh, just over the top and just unable to get it through. Tried to chip the goalkeeper, but unable to get it on target. It's going to go out, though, across the crossbar. We'll have to take a look at both of those when we get an opportunity. UMA hanging on. Try to get the ball through, but it's Nestor is going to get that pretty easily. Here's UMA now with a chance to get something going here. Try the long pass down the middle. Unable to get it through to Aiden Collins. It's going to go out for another throw in for Dalton. It's off of the UMA player there. It's going to go for another Dalton throw there. I believe that came off of Drew Stanton. Now it's going to be Hugo again. Looks like he's going to be their designated throw-in specialist today. Put in, challenge in the middle. UMA trying to get control of it, but Dalton's going to come away with it again. Hugo's going over to Zoiler, far side of the field. Dalton looking a little bit more comfortable on the ball, tries to chip it through to go long, but it's going to go out for a UMA throw on the far side. UMA did very, very well this season. They played strong, finished the season strongly, and have deserved their chance here in the playoffs. And another chance to avenge their earlier loss to Dalton earlier in the season, but so far Dalton has the upper hand in this game so far. Go down that right side. Yep, Van Essen got through. He tries to cut it back through to Churi. That's going to go out. Still going to be a throw, though, for Dalton United. Zach into Zoiler. Gets it through to Jamie. The near side for Hugo. Hugo back over to Jaime. Taken away in the middle. Aiden Collins down this middle. He's got a little space. Surrounded by white shirts. They're still battling through. Tries to take a long shot there. It is Davis Knight, but he couldn't get anything on it. It's going to go harmlessly back to Nestor in goal. And it's going to go out. It's going to be ruled a throw in here for Dalton United. Blue skies here in Dalton. Very nice facility they have at Dalton High School here. Here we go again. Now down the middle. Coming through, Zach. Tries to get it through. Oh, a blocked kick there. Shot. And cleared finally. Here's a chance. Chance for a break, but it's going to be whistled for an infraction. Coming back, it'll be a free kick for Dalton United. You will get a chance to see those early chances for Dalton, but the action hasn't stopped long enough for us to look at it. Dalton really hungry for the attack here. UMA trying to work their way out of it now. Here they go, coming back with a chance to break out. Tough. Davis Knight surrounded by players, and it's going to be taken back by Dalton. On through the middle. It'll be interested to see the effect that Yip Van Dessen can have. He's been their leading scorer through the season, although he's not played that many games for them due to college duty. But it's a vital game today, and he's here to add a little bit more firepower for Dalton United, who at times struggled in the early part of the season but finished very strongly, and at times had an opportunity a couple of weeks to challenge for the league or the division title, but drop points at critical times. But this is the new season, the playoffs. Everybody's looking to go on to the national playoff picture. Here it is, coming down, Aiden Collins down this left side as UMA have a chance with a mini break here. Dalton United getting back in position. Pulled down, though. Aiden is going to be called for the infraction there. And we'll have another chance to look at that chance from earlier. Coming in, header saved, went off the underside of the bar there. There was another follow-up chance there we'll take a look at in a moment as well. Action has been hot and heavy so far. Dalton with the majority of the possession and majority of the opportunities. Taking her time across the back. Zoiler over to the far side now. UMA trying to close down a little soft press. Dalton in full control here. Got a little space out to this right side. It's got men in the middle. Can he cut back? You see somebody there is somebody there in the middle. Van Essen is right there as well, but he could not get released. Good defending by UMA. Will be another Dalton United throw in here. Into the box, headed up, straight up. Bit of a desperate clearance there by the UMA. It's going to be another throw in. Let's see if we can sneak in that other opportunity that came through. Tried to chip it over the goalkeeper there. It just goes off the gridiron crossbar there. But two really good chances already for Dalton United. And here's the throw. Dalton playing their patented short pass game. UMA trying to contain into the box, tries to cross it over, but it's comfortably taken by Agravinas. UMA going to work themselves out the back. Ball over the top, but it's going to be headed back by Zoiler. Only as far as the midfield for UMA, coming back the other side there. Keeps it in. Stanton is going to go out, though, for a UMA throw. Les gives it up to Stanton. Stanton's going to take the throw. Looking to go long. Goes into the box to the right side here. Loses that first touch a little heavy. UMA still pressuring, coming through. Aiden Collins heading through. Got a ball in the middle. 1-on-1 with goalkeepers. Looking for another. Oh, it just goes over the top. Just missed. What a great opportunity this missed there by UMA. Could have gone at it. Would have been a goal against the run of play. Let's take a little quick look at it. You see here coming off a nice ball over the top. I thought he was going to take the shot there, turns, tries to get it through, another chance, and then it just got under the ball a little bit, and it goes out. Dalton United puts it back into play. Dalton United looking very comfortable on the ball. Don't seem to suffer and stress about possession in the middle of the field. UMA trying their best to contain. Bending but not breaking so far. Ball goes out. It's going to be Hall foul. It's going to be a free kick for Fountain City for UMA. And Velez over to the far side. Going to scoot all the way over to the left flank there. Now coming up the middle to Knight. Knight's going to go back. Now cross field pass here, trying to get Stanton. Ball, Stanton gets his head on it, controls it, goes over to Velez. Velez gets it through to Sosa. Sosa back to Velez. Over the top here is going to have Knight. Knight gets it out to Stanton. Now Stanton is going to scoop it over. Oh, and it just gets that cross just right to the far side, but Nestor had it under control, was able to jump up and grab it and bring it on down. Dalton United is going to walk this back out again. Short passes, I guess not a pacey game yet, but very controlled chess-like movement from Dalton United. UMA, like I said before, with sort of a soft press, trying to wait and see if they can pounce and hit on the break a little bit. Patience. Over the top there. Again, getting some space on that right side. It's got loose there. Tries to cross it back. But it is hit out. It's going to be a corner, the first corner of the game. They're finding some room out there with Dalton's number 13, David. They must see something down that right side because he is getting behind the defender on that fullback on that right side. Here we go. The in swinger. Coming in, dangerously so, punched out. Alter trying to push it back in, but it is going to be cleared, at least out of the box. Dalton United still with it, but here's a nice hustle play from UMA. It's got Aiden Collins down this right side. If he can get to him, but he mishit the ball, and it's going to be intercepted there by Jaime. That was an opportunity to break. If you could have gotten that crossfield pass correctly, Aiden Collins would be in on a one-on-one with Nestor. And over the top again. Again, they're trying to get over there to David at number 13. They definitely want to work that right side. They've been successful getting some space behind the defenders. I'm sure Coach Andrew Johawunu was going to look at that and maybe make some adjustments. Because if they get behind there and get that cross into Yip Van Essen, it's going to be a very dangerous time. Here we go again. Ball's going to scoot out. I think it went off of the UMA player, so it's going to be a corner kick here. And another opportunity for Dalton United. It's going to be been a dangerous time. For UMA, what I mean is dangerous for UMA in defense. Another in swinger to be expected. And the referee's going to go in and have a discussion here. I think there's some pushing and pulling going on. He's going to have a word with everybody, make sure everybody understands that he's going to give the warning now, but he's going to call something soon if it continues. And here's the whistle. In swinger expected. Here it comes. Punched out. Nicely done. But it's going to come back in. Nice hot shot from long range, but it's gone over. It'll be a goal kick for UMA. Dalton United looking dangerous every time they go down. And they're able to get some space behind those defenders for UMA. The UMA have bent, but they have not broken just yet. There again, here we go. Van Essen down this right side. Tries to cross it in. Got a little space. Another man coming down the middle. Going down. Referee says no. Get back up, and UMA have a chance to break. Unfortunately for UMA, he runs into the defender, loses possession. Now now Dalton have another opportunity to come through. Referee is going to stop the game because of the head injury. He's called the trainer onto the field. Judged to be a fair challenge, but because it's a head injury, he stopped the game immediately. And once that player gets treated, I think hopefully he's going to be okay, but he's going to continue. He's going to have to come off for a moment. Dalton United with the lion's share of possession right now. While we have the injury there, we look at the playoff picture. We have 2 games today, 2 games tomorrow. This, of course, being Dalton United against 5th seed UMA FC. The other game today is Georgia Revolution FC hosting Lamino, Georgia. Our other ASMG broadcast team is there doing that game right now. And we'll have an update on scores pretty soon. Now, tomorrow will be Potros, 2nd seed, playing Pachuca, Georgia, as 7th seed. And, of course, another ASMG broadcast tomorrow evening, Kalanji Per Profile hosting Georgia Athletic at 8 p.m. at Shiloh Stadium. Looks like the player has going to be okay. It's going to come off for a moment. I think he'll be able to continue. I believe that was Mahadi that had the injury. From what I can see, it looks like it might be a little, need to clear up a little blood. But he's going to return, I'm sure. He's getting there with the 4th official. But here we go, Dalton United. Frank down the middle, trying to get it to David. Crossing in the middle, tried to get it over to Lewis. Lewis still battling for the ball, but it's going to be taken up by Acarinas. And it looks like UMA, they're going to try to work their way out. They're going to pass their way out of the defense. They're not trying to do the long ball or anything, trying to hold possession. But they seem a little bit rushed. Ball comes off of Lewis there. It's going to be a UMA throw. Still 0-0 here at Dalton High School. Temperature starting to drop a little bit. Not much of a wind. 4 miles per hour out of the east. It's still a little heated. Still at 89 degrees, though. Coming down only a degree or so. Long ball down this near side. Headed through the middle. Davis Knight tried to get to it, but Dalton United is going to come away with it. Here's Jaime coming down the middle. He's got men down this left side. Churi is down the middle. David almost had lost his footing a little bit, but he's gone back to Hugo. Hugo's going over the Zoiler on the far side. Down the middle. Churu. Back over to Hugo. Hugo goes down the middle here, trying to get something going with Jaime. Through. Still for David. Now back to Hugo again. Hugo probing through. UMA seemed to be content to sit back a little bit. Here's Yip Van Essen. Errant pass gives an opportunity here for UMA for a mini break. Good move by Davis Knight, but he's not able to hold possession as it gets back to Dalton. Here's Hugo. Going to go all the way back to Nestor. Down the middle to Frank. Over to Zoiler. Dalton United taking their time with the passing. UMA content to wait for it. It looks like they are going to sit a little bit and look for an opportunity to cut in and break. Here he is down that right side with David again, trying to get it through. Gonna go out. And then now May trying to get it a little bit further down the field. It was being pressured by Dalton. Pulled down there. Out of frustration, I think Aiden Collins there trying to get something going down the middle. You get the feeling, though, if they can get it to either Davis Knight or Aiden Collins down that middle, they're going to be lethal in attack for UMA. Oh, errant pass down the middle. Well, miscue trying to clear it, but he does get it out for Velez there. Yep, he still has it. Tries to get it out to the left side. Successfully so to Holstrom. Holstrom trying to find something down the middle. It's like he's looking for Aiden down the middle. It's going to go all the way down to the right side, though, here to Sosa. Sosa, nice little flick back to Stanton, but it's going to be Dalton that clears. UMA still with the pass. Over to the far side now. Little space. Back to Sosa. Sosa back out to the left. Sosa finds his way over to Velez. Velez with a little bit of space. Got Collins and Knight in front of him. Cut out by Dalton. Now with somewhat of a chance to break there is Zach. Over to Churi. Nice ball over here to the left of Yip Van Essen. Yip Van Essen, the leading scorer for Dalton United. Down the middle, finds some space, but it is blocked by Austin Anderson there. Critical block there. That's an opportunity right in front of goal inside the penalty area. There's Davis Knight. Got Aiden Collins trying to make himself available in the middle of the field there. It's closed down quickly, though. Dalton wanting a call there, but play goes on. Down the middle to Frank. Jaime back to Hugo. Over to Zoiler. United patiently getting their short passing game in. UMA kind of sitting off. They have that continue that soft press. It's going to be called foul here. An opportunity with a free kick for Dalton United. Now in the 30th minute here, still no score, 0-0. Dalton High School field here in Dalton, Georgia. 4th seed Dalton United against 5th seed UMA FC. First round of the Georgia Premier Division playoffs. Steps over and comes over. Ball goes way up off the gridiron crossbar. And it's going to be a goal kick for UMA. Half chance, but not executed with enough skill to threaten UMA. And we're going to get a hydration break. So we'll take a look at there now. One of the other things, if you look at the division table while we're waiting for them to come back to action, the top 8 teams are the teams that made the playoffs there with the asterisks by the points totals. Technology per profile, the regular season champions on 32 points, followed by Potros FC. Both of these teams will be in action tomorrow in the first round of the playoffs. Georgia Revolution got that 3rd seed. Dalton, of course, you see here with UMA. Laminio, Georgia in 6th. Georgia Athletic ended up in 7th, and Pachuca, Georgia in 8th. Our 2 teams at the bottom that were relegated, Albion SC on 8 points and FC Birmingham on 4 points. They'll be playing in Division I next season. FC Birmingham had a very difficult season with personnel, with their venue. They're going to have to do a little bit of a reset for next season, but don't count them out coming right back up. Albion also had a very tough season, I would say. Had a game where they had points deductions, but they had an opportunity to save themselves. They had 3 games to get 3 points, but they lost all 3 games. And they really just finished very weakly at the end of it all. But don't count them out for coming straight back up, too. They have a lot of talent on that team in Albion, and we'll have to wait and see if they can do something about that. We're getting ready to get right back to it. And we're going to get right back into play here. It's going to go with a goal kick from UMA to get things started again. 33rd minute. Still no score. Dalton United with the better chances so far. UMA have had a couple as well. Wide open game, could be anybody's right now. It's very close with UMA holding on, doing more defending. Oh, and he goes down. Sosa's going down, I believe, a little bit injured there. He's back up. Little scramble there in front of goal. There could have been an opportunity for UMA, but they were unable to capitalize on the opportunity. And Dalton United has been all this half kind of slowly moving themselves out from the back. Go to Hugo to this near side. Frank over to Zoiler. On the right side to David, the preferred side. Aiden Collins tries to get it through. Little flick on to himself at Velez. Battle for header. Sosa, who's just injured a moment ago, but he's back strong now. Looking to get that crossfield pass there. Mahadi is going to go off. Going to be a Dalton throw. And these games tend to be a little tense. Right side again, David trying to get going. May defender equal to the task, but he gives it away kind of cheaply there. Over to the left, right. Oh, almost had Yip in the middle. Dalton United still with the possession. And it's going to be a goal kick. No real advantage yet. You know, Dalton United having all these chances, you got to think that maybe they need to try to take advantage of these chances if they can, because the longer you allow UMA to sit back and maybe hit on the break, they might be able to get ahead in this game, even against a run of play. Here's David on the right side, coming through middle. Hugo's going to go back. On that right side again, trying to cut in is David. Got options to the middle. He's trying to find it. Still Dalton. He'll give and go here. Trying to get it through as Jaime goes to the middle. To Zach. Zach looking at David down that right side. Tried to get it through on the ground, but it's intercepted by UMA. Still going to go to Dalton for the throw. Back to Zoiler. Zoiler and acres of space over back here. Frank. Again, down the right side. Over to Hugo. Down to Lewis. Lewis cuts it in. Jaime in the box. Cuts it out to David over to the right side. Tried to get it through Shuri, but unable to do so. It's going to go out for a goal kick. There have been chances in the game, but nothing really, really hot where they've been able to finish with any skill that's needed to get the advantage in this game. But Dalton, here they are again, getting a ball cheaply, but it's taken by UMA. Chance to break down this middle here. There's Aiden Collins. Coming over to the near side. Got over to Stanton. Stanton going long down the middle, trying to get it through to Davis Knight. He finds Davis Knight. Tries to kick it over the top there. Go to Velez. Velez is going to move into the box now. Trying to get set for a left-footed shot. Unable to do so. Cut off by the defender. Back over to Aiden Collins. Collins coming through to Velez again. and cut out from Stanton there. It's going to be a throw for UMA. UMA doing better now in attack. Been holding strong in defense, but haven't been able to do much as far as threaten going forward. Not very much anyway. Setting up here. Trying to find, still on the track. Setting up for a long throw here. This is going to be Drew Stanton. Target most likely is going to be in the box. He's going in there close into the goal box itself. Punched out by Nestor. Nice ball through in, and Nestor! Oh, nice goal from Aiden Collins, I believe. Off of the long throw. We'll see if we can catch that again, but it was really nicely done on the rebound. When it comes in, Stanton gets it in, it's hit out. And then Aiden Collins with his one-time shot, just a laser bolt in. And it's 1-0 to the visitors. Valuable goal there for UMA. And as I said earlier, Dalton United have had the majority of possession and opportunities in front of goal, haven't been able to finish. And I say the longer you wait to get ahead in this game, the more opportunities you give UMA to get a goal against the run of play. And that's what's happened. And now UMA have the advantage going into the final moments of this first half, 42nd minute now. And a great goal for UMA. They've been waiting. They've been sitting back, trying to look about hitting on the break. Both Davis Knight and Aiden Collins have been willing runners down that middle, and they have space. They just haven't been able to get the service. But off of that long throw, they were able to knock that ball in expertly. It was a good strategy there from Coach Andrew. Now Dalton United, a little bit more urgency in their play. Here's Hugo. Tries to scoop it in the middle. He's got it. Yep, Van Essen. It's right to Acarinas in goal. We'll take another look at that goal before the half gets here. A little collision in the middle of the field there. Davis Knight goes down, hitting the back of the head. There's going to be a free kick for UMA. And there he goes long down this right side, trying to get to Stanton. Stanton keeps it in. Goes off of Dalton. He keeps it in. Now Dalton's with an opportunity to break out from defense. Hugo goes back, comes back over. Lewis goes long down the right side, trying to get David over there. Unable to do so, but it's going to get Holstrom, who's going to keep it in. Being held up by Zoiler. Aiden Collins, another shot. Nice save from Nestor. Stanton gets it back in. Knight tried again to go back in. It's still a danger for Dalton here. Unable to clear it. Collision on the right side. It's going to be a foul given. But great shot by Davis Knight there. Again, trying to score a second, but it was saved. See if we can get it here. As it comes through. See, right-footed shot, nice save by Nestor. And then the follow-up was not able to get through at all. Dalton trying to come back down the middle here, but here, UMA again coming again with another chance to break. Davis Knight over to the left side now to Holstrom. Holstrom back to Knight. He's got Velez in the middle here. Tries to get it, Nez cuts behind Aiden Collins, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. We're in the 45th minute. Got a substitute coming, I believe. Looks like I believe that's 2 minutes that's going to be given for extra time here. Excuse me, 3 minutes looks like for extra time. Zoiler battling it out down the middle. UMA. Aiden Collins did a great job battling for the ball, but here Dalton just wrestled control away. He's going to go back over to that right side of David, who has space down that right side. It's like Mikio has come in for UMA. I didn't notice he had come in as a substitute in the first half. I think for that earlier head injury. Going to go out. Number 9 player there in defense for UMA FC, Mikio Yamane. Like he's about to take the throw as well here. UMA pop it out through the back. Now here comes Dalton trying to something going here. Down a goal. In stoppage time of the first half. Ball cut in. Oh, and it's going to be offside. Must have been a hair offside as it came in, but another opportunity there. Just unable to time his run correctly and get the ball on target. It goes out. It's going to be put back into play by UMA. Arenas back into play here, but only to the Dalton midfield. Dalton trying to come by Yip Van Ness and taking a look at it as it looked over his head, but it's going to be coming back the other way. Yamane going to go out. Less than a minute left of stoppage. Minimum of a minute to go. Less than 30 seconds, really. Dalton United trying to get something, maybe an equalizer before the half starts. But here's Aiden Collins coming down the other side. Tries to get it through here to the near side. It's got a lot of room. Velez scoops it through. Still, he's on side, says the AR. Oh, tries to get the crossover. And that's going to be the end of the first half. Dalton United are able to get a lot of offensive play in the first half, but it's UMA that go in ahead 1-0. And so we're going to take a moment here and get some refreshments and get ready for the second 45 minutes, which should be very, very interesting for this first round Georgia Premier Division game. All right. We are back and ready for the second half. UMA leading, of course, 1-0 here. They're going to get us kicked off for the second half. A great strike by Aiden Collins. Take a quick look at that in the first half. Oops. Actually, that's not it. We'll take another look at that before we get an opportunity, or when we get an opportunity. But it was really a goal by UMA, largely against the run of play. But it was valuable to get them the advantage that they needed in this first round match here. Now it'll be interesting to see what Coach, there we go, as UMA gets us back into play here, what Coach Andrew is going to go and do for us, his team here. But here comes Dalton. It looks like the same sort of situation as we had in the first half. UMA setting up to kind of wait and sit back just a tad with a soft press, waiting to pounce. Pay dividends in the first half, but it does give Dalton an opportunity to have more possession, and that can be something that's dangerous for UMA that might allow them to get back into this game. Dalton United, very experienced team, plenty to play for, plenty of skill set to work with as they come down the middle here. Got a little chance in front of goal, tries to turn, got an opportunity, goes in and goes out for, comes off a UMA player, goes out for a corner kick here. I say another half chance there from Dalton United. That has been the story so far in this game. A lot of possession for Dalton United. Chances here and there, but unable to get anything going on that one. So this is going to be corner. It's actually going to be from the near side here. There we go. Expected in swinger. Coming into the box, far post, heads it back through, and it gets a goal. Great comes in, it comes off of the outside, and just like that, Dalton United are back into this game. Off of this set piece, off this corner. You can take another look at it. Nothing really looked on. It went to that far side. It looked like it was going to go out the other side. But he puts it in the air, headed back in, comes off of the goalkeeper, and then just punched right in the goal box. And it's 1-1. Now for Dalton United, a perfect start for them for the second half, and now a brand new ball game. As you know, there must be a winner today to see who advances on to the semifinal round next week. So that's going to be 1-1. Great opportunity for Dalton United. Now UMA, what can they do? Strategy worked for them in the first half. But Dalton United finally converting one of the many chances they have had. It's going to go out here for a UMA throw. Foul there against Dalton United. Referee referee is not having any argument there. He called the foul. That's what it is. UMA puts it back into action here. Ethan Aller, right side. Dalton's going to come away with it. Jaime all the way back to Frank. Through the middle, nice ball through the Zach. Zach trying to get over the top, has a lead over there on the right side for David. Taking a little wide. Edom pushing the player out. Cross in. Tried to get it through the Zach. It's going to be clipped out for another corner kick. We've had 2 goals in the game, a goal apiece for these teams. 2 really good constructed goals to go along with the way this game has gone. Another in-swinger planned here, top of the screen there. Coming in, ball goes out of play there, out of the picture a little bit, but comfortably taken by Agavinos. Long clearance down the side, gets Aiden Collins. Tried to push it through, not on the same wavelength there. Sosa tried to push it through long, and Collins went square, unfortunately for him, and didn't get on. They weren't on the same page there. Going to come back the other way by Dalton United. Zoiler. Back to the middle through Frank. Back to Zoiler. Now here to David. Back to Zoiler. Over to Frank. Frank's going to go back to Nestor. Now down the far side. Dalton United a little bit more pep in the step right now. Kind of raised by the goal they just scored. UMA, same characteristics there. Well-coached team, UMA FC. I think 1-1 is a fair reflection of how the game has been going on here. Catch through the middle, finding a lot of space there, Zach. Out to the left side now again. Tries to cut it through to Jaime. Gets it through just a little too far. Try to get it through. It's going to be put back into play with a goal kick. Taking his time. Agarinos trying not to waste the effort. Back to the keeper now. Trying to come up a little bit, press play a little bit. Zoiler up in the air. Only as far as UMA, and they get a little bit of a break out of the guy down to this left side here, Collins. And it's going to be offside. He's a step off when he broke for the pass. Good idea, though. He had a lot of space there, just couldn't keep himself onside. Put back into play now. Free kick, Dalton United. Left side. They've had acres down that left side. It was the right side in the first half. Now in the second half, left side, they're trying to hit. And they are finding space out there. Here's Zach. All down the middle. It's got a little space there, but it's going to get all the way back to Agarinos. Ball is going to go out for a UMA throw. Go down. Substitute Imani. Through his Holstrom, trying to get around into the box now. Crosses over to the middle. Oh, Collins missed the cross there, the low cross. Dalton's trying to break out of there, but is not able to do so. Here's Mahadi. It's just a looping ball over the top there. UMA trying to another attack going. A little bit more attack-minded, seems like, in the second half is UMA. I'm gonna wait. Equipment adjustment there for the Dalton player. Put back into play now down that far side. Here's Dalton. Up that left side, try to get it through, but it's cut out by UMA. And a foul. Free kick for UMA. Go David down this near side here. Tries to cut it back through. Van Essen is dispossessed, coming down the middle now. Aiden Collins. Their main target man so far. Here's Collins again. Coming through the middle. Got Velez. Velez trying to work his way through the middle. Give it up, dispossessed in the middle. Aiden Collins hustling to try to get the ball back. Davis Knight is there as well. Trying to press a little bit. United passing their way around. And Mahadi is going to go. Referee gave the wrong direction for the foul there, but it is a foul against Dalton United. We got a substitute coming on for UMA. And that's going to be kickoff coming in for number 26, Edom. William Edom goes out. That's the end of his day today in this first round matchup in the Premier Division playoffs. Dalton United get us back underway here. Work their way through the middle. Here's Zach. Out to the right side to David. David in a little bit of space. Kept it inside. It's going to come off of the UMA player there. Off of Holstrom. It's going to be a corner kick. This is where Dalton United have been dangerous in the past. They scored the first goal off of this arrangement of the corner kick. Here's another opportunity. AR Mary Fernandez checking the ball. Make sure it's good for play. The in swinger here. Like the referee's going to have a word. Got that sorted. Now we're going to go back to try this corner again. Here we go. Over again to that far side. Tried to punch it back in. Almost tried the same strategy as last time. Kicking it in swinger over to the far post. See if they could knock it down for another opportunity in front of goal. This time it went out for a goal kick. There's Yamane going down the middle. Coming through Sosa. Pressured heavily, but it gets away. Headed straight up in the air by Dalton. Brought down by David. Here's UMA with a chance to break. Here's Collins again down the left side. Trying to cut in through two players, split. But too many white shirts there. It's cleared by Dalton United. And here's Dalton with an opportunity to break. That's going to be play on by the referee. Coming through. Tries to lead it on. He's offside. AR signals flag up. You could see that he was trying to hold because he was close to being offside, but he wasn't able to do so. I think the delay in the pass, you know, allowed him to kind of stray one step over offside there. But again, an opportunity for them. And now we got the proper placement for the free kick back into play. Here's Yamane. Mikio Yamane. Back to Ayler. To Agravino. So long ball down the right side. Tried to get it over to Davis Knight. Successfully kept in. Velez trying to outrun Zoiler. Zoiler's going to get to it first. Negros Nestor with the clearance down the middle. Ball's going to go out. It's going to be a Dalton throw. The only other game in the Georgia Premier today is Georgia Revolution. They are playing against Leminio, Georgia. And that game is tied 0-0 in the second half there at Old Warwick Stadium. It's going to be a foul here. But these two games going to determine the teams that are going to advance to the semifinals for next week. And I'll look to have ASMG cover those games as well. We have a bit of a ramp right now. Trying to get it worked out. We're going to try to. Going to put it back into play. I think the player's already gotten up. The trainer has come over. Dalton player has had to come off there. That's True, rather. And I think it might be more than a cramp. It might be a strain a little bit as they look at it. Far right of your screen there, but look, they're working on it like a cramp. So it's going to be a free kick here for Dalton United. David's going to put it back into play. He's going to try to swing that into the box. Plenty of white shirts forward. Here comes the delivery. Tried to knock it on. Tika, goal! Goal! What a wonderful, wonderful, again, something that came out of nowhere. And now Dalton United take the lead. When you thought it was going to be, you thought Tika might be able to clear that ball, but he couldn't get a handle on it. You see here, ball goes up. Tried to head it on. Tika misplays it there. Turn, shot, goal. Wonderful positioning and reaction. And it's 2-1 Dalton United. They've scored 2 quick goals here in the second half to take the advantage. So it's going to be UMA that's going to have to dig down deep and try to get themselves back into this game. They're bringing in a substitute now. See who that is in just a moment. But UMA had that early lead, and now they've given it up. First to an equalizer, and now to a second goal by Dalton United. And a fantastic strike, reactionary strike, turn and shot. Get them back into this, back in front in this game. Here come UMA, still not out of it. Be a foul in the challenge there against Holstrom. Free kick for UMA. Just the placement there. Here it comes into the middle. Ehler headed out by Dalton United. It's going to be a throw for UMA. It's a long throw all the way into the box. Nestor up to punch it out, does just enough, and now it's cleared. But UMA going to keep it in. Here goes Sosa. All the way back into the box, trying to find Aiden Collins, but Nestor gets it in. He spills it. He gets it at the second attempt there. And that could have been a disastrous turn of events there for Dalton United, but they saved themselves there. Nestor had it, opportunity on the second chance. Dalton United now with the advantage and the possession. Here we are with David. Heavy touch down the middle, taken out by Holstrom. Now over to Yamane. He's going to go out for a throw for Dalton United. UMA trying to get their composure back, get back into this game. Dalton United basically scoring off of 2 set pieces, off of 2 goals that came off of second chances in front of goal. UMA had been able to clear off the first opportunities on both of those set pieces. They probably would still be in the lead right now, but they're not. Dalton has taken advantage, and now they lead 2-1. Zorley with the throw. Looking to go long, I believe. He's on the edge of the box there, headed out by Sosa. Back to Zoiler now. Another opportunity to get it through. Tries to dribble his way inside here. He's going to go back and press it back to Frank. Zoiler again, over to David. David in the cross, does a short pass though, back to David. Edge of the, got space in front of goal. Shot, and it goes wide. Another opportunity for Dalton United. Could have gotten a third there. Found plenty of space there in the middle. Take another look at that. See, David gets another give and go here. Comes right. Plenty and acres of space in the middle there, but he could not get that ball on target. And it's going to remain 2-1. But here they come again, Dalton United. Down the middle. Finds space again to the right side. Tries to cross it through. Saved out there. Agarinos has done a good job there closing down. UMA defense really slow to react there down that right side. But they haven't been punished by it. Now they're trying to do a little mini break coming back the other way. Here's Holstrom. Still with the ball here. Coming back, Yamane. Mikio Yamane. Back to Holstrom. Now trying to switch over to the other side there. Mahadi. Tika. Tried to get it back to Tika, but it went out. It's going to be a throw for Dalton United. A little bit of wasted possession there by UMA. UMA's goal is going to have to be to try to prevent Dalton from scoring anymore, but they do need to score. Get at least an equalizer back. And as you know, this being a playoff game, there's not going to be a draw. We're going to play extra time, and if need be, penalty kicks if there's a tie at the end of regulation. Right now, Dalton's in the catbird seat, 2-1 lead. Coming down this right side, got a little bit of space here is Drury. Offside flag by the near side AR. Here comes Aiden Collins. He's on side. He's got space and he scoops it over. Oh, and it just passes it just wide. What a great opportunity. I think he was even surprised he was onside. But unfortunately, he couldn't get it on target. He was able to get it successfully over the goalkeeper, but he could not direct it. You see here, and you'll see when that ball gets flicked on there, he's onside because of the player Zoiler down the middle. and he tries to scoop it over and is unable to do so. So we got substitutes from both sides now. Gonna wait for that. That'll be the end of the day for Truri, and we'll see who came on for UMA and who came off for UMA. They look to get going. Looks like Evan DeYo has come on for UMA. Long ball down the middle here, but it's going to be taken by Stanton back to Agarinos, who gets it down the middle, but only as far as Dalton United in the midfield. Coming back, David trying to get the ball, gets it back, gets it behind Zoiler. Zoiler's going to have to play it back as he's pressured by DeYo. Now down the left side, I do not have the substitute names for Dalton United, so I apologize. I'm not going to be able to accurately identify them. If I do get an update, I will pass that along to you viewers. Now down the middle, David is on side here. Comes back, nice shot through, and he scores. Number 20 for Dalton United. Comes back the other way. And what a break. Again, a ball coming out of nowhere. UMA caught napping. And now Dalton United coming through. You see here, he comes through, ball comes over the top. He is onside at the time the pass was made to him, just slots it back, and just a very, very easy slot in from inside the penalty area there. So now it gets really serious for UMA. 3-1. All 3 goals for Dalton United come in the second half. Just too much for UMA right now. UMA getting a little shaky in defense there. They're going to have to, like I said before, they needed to try to prevent Dalton from scoring and then get their attack going again like they did in the first half or the early parts of the second half. But, oh, he's dispossessed here. Now we got Dalton United on the break. Over there, got past Averinos, and he goes down. And it's going to be ruled a penalty brought down by Agarinos. And a yellow card. We'll take another look in a moment. There was a mistake in the middle of the field and lost possession there. But it's going to be a penalty kick opportunity. As you see there, he goes down, went down really, really late. But the referee saw it as a unfair advantage for the goalkeeper coming in. And I think that he sold that a little bit when he went down, because after the challenge, he took a couple more steps before he went down. And he had kicked the ball too far, and I think he just thought, well, I'll just go down here, and he got the call. Yeah, that's going to be, I can see the reason why UMA is very upset at that penalty call there. Now that's going to be a talking point, I think. So here we go. Slots it in easy as you like there. That's going to be 4 now for Dalton United. And now a mountain to climb for UMA. I mean, you got to think that they're hard done by that call, but it's expertly put in there as he sets up here. Just goes right. The goalkeeper goes the right way, but there's nothing you can do. It's just expertly placed for the 4-1 lead by Dalton United. And now you got to think that Dalton United is going to be the team that goes on to the next round of the division playoffs. 4-1. They've cruised in the second half. And we got more of another substitute, I believe, for Dalton United coming on. 75th minute now. It just seems way too much for UMA to overcome now. Because now they need 3 goals just to push this thing on to any type of extra time if they can keep Dalton from scoring again. Here is Yamane. Back to Sosa. Over to the far side now. There's still time to do something, but you got to really crank it up now. I've been calling the goalkeeper the wrong name. He's got a substitute earlier in the half. Aiden Collins tries to get it through. He's offside, though. They try to come through the middle. Does Dio. UMA were hanging tough there. They even got the early lead in the first half. But the second half has been all Dalton United, that they've scored 4 unanswered goals here in the second half. And it reminds one of the championship season they had a couple of seasons ago, 3 seasons ago, when they bested even Atlanta United Academy. And this looks more like the Dalton United of old, a team that's going to be a formidable foe to whoever they match up with. Zoiler coming out, going to come off of Yamane. Got another substitute coming on for Dalton United. And on some fresh legs, it's going to be David coming off, the 13. What a second half this has been for Dalton United. 4 goals. UMA kept them out in the first half and even got the lead. Went into the half 1-0 in favor of UMA, but it's been all Dalton United in the second half. Just bang, 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 bang. There's a mess of players here around the ball. Sosa comes out with it, comes over, switching the field, get a little space here. Down over to Stanton, down the middle, trying to get it down to the Yo, but it's going to go all the way back to Nestor. Zoiler strong on the ball, steps it back, comes through again here for Zach. And Holstrom tried to get the ball coming through, but Zach gets it back for Dalton United over now to Hugo. Hugo over to the far side. United looking to kill off some of this clock and maybe get another opportunity at a 5th to really put this ball game beyond the reach of UMA. UMA have had a fantastic season here. Each season they go from strength to strength, getting better and better every year. They came into the Premier Division after a record-setting Division I campaign. They scored more than 60 goals, I believe, in the campaign. Had the likes of Tony Kim in there, who was one of the candidates in the MLS draft. Was not selected, but he came back. He plays in college as well. Here comes Dalton, little space at the top. Ooh, just to the right there. Dalton United almost scored there, but Benjamin had a chance to try to dive and hit it out, but I don't think he would have got it if it was on target. Here goes Holstrom. Tries to scoot it through the middle, but it's going to be Dalton United coming away with it. Here's Jaime. Sosa trying to pressure. Got his hands on him. Zoiler gets a cross-field pass to get it out of danger over to Hugo. Back to Nestor. Near side to Frank. Down the middle is intercepted by Collins. Can he get it? Nope. Heavy touch there. Gave it back to Dalton United. Dalton United now have a chance to break the other way. Down the middle now to Lewis. Tried to get it out to that left wing where he had some space, but it's kicked out by Prince Tika. Throw in for Dalton United. 80th minute. 10 minutes for UMA to score 3 goals to get the equalizer. But it's Zoiler all the way into the box. It comes off of a UMA player there, Ethan Ayler. It's going to be a corner kick for Dalton United now. And that's where they've been most dangerous, is the these set pieces. Their first 2 goals came off of set pieces. One of them a corner, the other a free kick. Going to be an in-swinger again, and you wonder, they'll go for that far post again. Seems to be the strategy to go to the far post and then pop it back in. But he goes near post this time. Little chance right to Benjamin, though, in the UMA goal. Just happened to be placed just right. He's coming through Aiden Collins. Back over to Tika. Into middle of Sosek. Finds some space out to the right side, but it's going to be a flag up for offside. Just a step offside. He had an opportunity to get down that right side. And for UMA, you never like to, football, you don't give up. You got time to score 3 if you can keep the other team out, but you got to take advantage of the chances you do get. Right now, it looks like it's all Dalton United. Down the middle here. Taken by UMA. There he is again. Oh, and it looks like there's going to be a penalty call. It's a penalty for UMA. And is this a lifeline for UMA? I don't know if we got the goal. I mean, the incident here as he comes through from behind. Looks like he got the ball, but he went through the man, and maybe that's what the referee is seeing there. It looks like he was successful in getting the ball with the challenge from behind, but I think what the referee is seeing and calling is that in order to get to the ball, he had to go through the man. That is my best guess here. I've seen those called, and I've seen those given and not given. But nevertheless, it's an opportunity for UMA, a distant lifeline. And we'll have to see if it can be converted. And it will be the first half score. Aiden Collins going to try to half the lead here from Dalton United at a critical time. He has to convert, though, for UMA to have any chance here. Here he goes. Puts it through expertly. Nicely done by Aiden Collins. And it's 4-2 now. And a distant lifeline. And we'll have to see if this will make any difference at all. You see, just steps up expertly and just puts it through. Easy, simple for a skilled player like that. It is now 4-2. Still to Dalton United. Been a goals bonanza in the second half. It was so touch and go in the first, more chess-like, but the game really opened up in the second half. Nestor all the way with a little bit of a awkward back pass to him. Was able to deal with it. Now ball down the left side. Number 20, the scorer of the third goal, I believe. I do not have his name. I apologize, but he had a wonderful turn of events to score in the second half. Long ball down the middle down the right side. Ayler got to Nestor. Now, it's a half chance for UMA. You know, if you score now, then it gets very interesting for UMA. Tries to get it through. It's UMA. Good job, Yamane, all the way back to Benjamin. Straight down the middle. And Holstrom got a little bit of a cramp there. Foul call. Holstrom stays down, but UMA is going home. Here's Sosa down the middle. Gets it over to Dio. Tried to get it to Collins on the far side, but the ball was too far out. I believe there's a cramp situation down here. And I think I am right. For Holstrom in the challenge where he was fouled. It's put back into play very quickly. These men have really run hard today. UMA have played well. Just Dalton have just played that much better. Calling the trainer on. Again, we're in the 86th minute now. But it would get interesting if you get a goal. If UMA gets a goal in the next few minutes and they're down to just a single goal difference, you still have stoppage time to work with. You can snatch an equalizer. That's the way you have to think about it. For as old time as you remember, Manchester United in the Champions League against Bayern Munich, they were 1 goal down in stoppage time in that Champions League final, scored 2 goals in stoppage time to win the game. So here we go, back into play. Dalton United keeps it in. UMA tried to scoop it down the middle, but it's going to go out now for a UMA throw. Go all the way back to the spot, and the foul was called there. It wasn't a throw-in, it was a foul by UMA. So Dalton United back into play now, far side. Back over. Dalton United just got to eat away time at this point. 87th minute, about to cross over to the 88th minute. Far side ball, find some space. Dio is going to be challenging down that middle. Here's number 20 for Dalton United, the goal scorer in the second half. 21 and just over the bar. Almost got a 5th there. Great approach play. Coming up, just another opportunity that they could have had. As we wait for the ball to come back, we'll take a quick look at that. See coming down, had a lot of space over to that side. Comes over to the middle. And just too high. Got himself in position, but unfortunately couldn't do it. Now we just had a foul here against Dalton United. It's going to be UMA free kick. About to get to the 89th minute now. Tick, tick, tick. Clock well against UMA. They need to get forward. They need some urgency in their play because they need a goal. Put out by Dalton there. More importantly, precious seconds go off the clock. Score update, Georgia Revolution is leading Laminio 3-1. They're in the 80th minute there. That game on ASMG as well. Look and see what can be done here in this game between these two high-powered teams. Wow, Benjamin came way out, you know, so that's one of the things. And he's injured himself. He's down. Took a chance coming out there, and I believe he just fell awkwardly on that leg. He's in a lot of pain there. Yoy is there. Ayler is there. I think it might have twisted his ankle. And remember, they've already substituted their goalkeeper. If he cannot continue, a field player is going to have to get in the goal for the stoppage time period here. In the unlikely event, they'd have to go into the extra time, too, with a field player in goal. But it looks very unlikely that UMA is going to be able to equalize before the end of this game. We're in the 90th minute here. We're obviously going to get some substantial stoppage time. Like Benjamin, he's getting up. He's looking a little bit better. He is limping heavily, but he's gonna continue on. See there. But anyway, he was able to get the ball out. Going to be a throw in for Dalton United. Far side, right in front of the UMA bench here. And Dalton United coming through. Nice ball in, nice move into the middle here. Tried to cross it through. Aiden Collins comes away with it, swings it through the middle. Out here to Holstrom, tries to get it down to Dio. Dio has it, keeps it in. Challenged by two Dalton players there. Tried to come in the middle, needed help, didn't get any. Yamani challenging. Yo trying to challenge as well. It's going to be a rough challenge. It's going to be a UMA foul and a Dalton free kick. Here we go. Down the middle. Dalton United looking to eat up time, outlast UMA, but UMA, here's another opportunity down the middle here. Slight chance that Dalton United does enough. Esther taking his time. Ball, long ball down the side. Well done. Gets it through. Dude, Benjamin equal to the task there. Able to pull out. He's pulled back there. Is Aiden Collins going to be a foul? Would have thought I'd see a yellow there, but nevertheless, Sosa puts it back into play for UMA. Now here comes UMA down the other side. I did not see an indication of stoppage time. We should have pretty substantial stoppage time. Had a lot of goals scored, had some injuries. If I had to guess, I'd say 5 minutes maybe. UMA trying to do something, standing down the middle. Going back, need a little bit more urgency from UMA's. It's now or never. There's no tomorrow. Good slide tackle there from Dalton United, and more precious seconds go off the clock. Here's Sosa. Sosa coming in. A lot of hands on him. It's going to finally get the call there. Quickly put into play by the, excuse me, that was Prince Tika, I believe, that put it back into play. It's going to go out for a goal kick. Or time goes off the clock. We're in the 95th minute now. And you got to think, with the time left, 2 goals needed by UMA, this game is pretty much decided now. Long ball down the middle by Nestor. Challenge in the middle. UMA takes it down, but it's going to be Dalton. It's going to clear again. Got a little space. There he is. And oh, what a great goal. Nice touch by UMA. That's Dio has put that in. And UMA again with the lifeline. With only a few seconds left. It's coming through down that right side, finds that space. And just a wonderful close-in shot. The ball is, we're back into play now, 4-3. Okay, now it gets interesting because there's very, very little time left, but there's enough time to get an equalizer for UMA. What a turn of events here. Benjamin for UMA comes up to take the free kick. No holds barred now. There is no tomorrow. Put it all into attack. Boy, the timing of that goal is amazing. And there is Benjamin. All players for UMA are forward, including the goalkeeper. Here's Sosa down the right side. Tip up in the air. Benjamin's coming back. But UMA looking to try is come off the Dalton player. It'll be a throw in for UMA. This is a scoring opportunity. You're in the attacking third here. Again, Benjamin is up. Goalkeeper is up for UMA. Nobody back for UMA. They're going all out here, and they need to. It doesn't matter if they get scored on again. They're down a goal. They need to give it all for this equalizer here. Get out by Nestor! Oh, it's going in! It's going in! It's an equalizer at the death. Can you believe it? It's 4-4. Just the last chance. You got to think that Benjamin putting his body out there has something unbelievable. There goes the ball coming in, knocked out by Nestor, then looped in. And there goes the full-time whistle as it goes to 4-4. As we go to extra time, I don't know what to say. I wasn't expecting that at all. But as I said before, when you think about games like Manchester United playing Bayern Munich that time, that game looked all over too. And they scored 2 goals to win that game. But here we are now going to go to extra time. And so this is a amazing turn of events here. As we're going to get the toss here after the break. And we'll see how they kick off. Amazing turn of events. We're going to get more football here. Nothing looked on 10 minutes ago. And then slowly but surely, UMA got it back. As we see the coin toss going in already. I am speechless here. I mean, it's just amazing. We look at the goal again. It's just looped it over and in, and can you believe it? The equalizer as virtually the last kick of the game. And I don't know what to say. Dalton United basically had this game won. And now we got extra time. I don't know if you could have seen anything like this coming up. So we'll have to see how this turns out. We're back. It's amazing the way that UMA, when they gave up the goals in the early part of the second half, the first two came off of set pieces, really soft goals for them to give up. But then the next two were just expertly done by Dalton United, and it looked like they were just going to go away. They even had another opportunity to make a fifth on a couple of occasions. But here late, like I said before, they chipped away at it. It's all about getting that next goal. And once you get that next goal, then you get belief. Then you get a little bit more adrenaline. And then another goal goes in. And then it's just a one goal, deficit. It only takes a few seconds to score a goal. And they did it right at the death. 4-4. And we'll get we're going to go ahead and get 2 full periods of 15 minutes each. And if it's still tied after those 2 periods, we're going to go 2 penalty kicks to decide who goes on to the next round. What must Dalton United be thinking right now when they had this game won and they let UMA back in goal by goal? I say they let them in. UMA earned the right by scoring the goals. But this is why the playoffs are so exciting. It's win or go home. We're going to go to the first period of the extra time. And I cannot believe what I just saw. So we're going to kick off here. And now it gets even more tense. And Georgia Revolution up in at Old Warwick Stadium down in McDonough, Georgia. They're leading Laminio in extra time there, 3-1. Looks like they're going to win that game and go on to the next round. Those viewers should come over to this game and watch the extra time. All right, here we go. Fasten your seatbelts. And we are underway for the first period of extra time. Four to 4. It's been back and forth in a very weird fashion. Here comes UMA. Got a little space in the middle here, trying to get through. Going to be turned away by Dalton United, trying to get down there, clear down the left side. Going to be headed out. It's going to be a throw in for Dalton United. get it going here. A lot of times when you get to extra time, a lot of strategy and everything goes out of the window. All right, down Holstrom coming down this left side. I mean, they've got to have the adrenaline now. Sosa, Dalton United. They were seconds away from earning a berth in the semifinals. Now they're going to fight for their lives here in extra time against UMA. Here's Sosa again. Trying to come down to the middle, trying to find Aiden Collins. He's done a great job in the middle here. It's going to be a foul against Dalton United. Little argy-bargy here coming through, little handbags, and nothing much to it as UMA prepare for the free kick here. Not a bad situation here. Looped into the box. Going to be headed out. Going to be a corner kick here. UMA, the opportunity to go short. UMA down. Scooped in, headed away. Only as far as Yamane. To the right side, miskicked out for UMA. Going to be a throw-in for Dalton United. Quickly taken. Try to come through, wrestling for possession there as UMA successfully gets the ball, but it goes out for another Dalton throw. Down to the left. Amazing, amazing game we have here. And Georgia Revolution have won their game against Lamino and will be advancing to the next round of the playoffs for the Premier Division. And we're waiting to see what happens here. And through Zorley, try to get down that right side. Here, Sosa comes away with it. Comes down the middle, finds some space. Long ball, but it's blocked. Mahadi's goal. His clearance is blocked. Benjamin's going to take it and take it away. Again, Imani fighting for the ball here, taken by Dalton United, coming through the middle. There's Jaime. Off to that left side again. And a lot of time coming down that left side. Finding space, but right now UMA coming away. Holstrom able to get on the end of that. Yamane coming down through the middle. Back to Yamane. Some outlet goes cross field now. Oh, ball way down the field, and Collins has it. He's behind the defender, and he gets it, and scores. What a goal. What a pass down the middle. And a great goal for Collins, who does it again. And just like that, UMA are back in front in extra time here. Watch that ball down the middle, and he just expertly tips it in. Nothing Nestor could do, as the ball just leaks past him. And right now, UMA have taken the lead back 5-4, the first time since the second half when they gave it up to 4 unanswered goals from Dalton United. Now they have come back and scored 4 unanswered goals themselves. This is a seesaw battle if I've ever seen one. Unbelievable game. You could not see this type of back and forth before this game started. And the way it was going in the second half, Dalton United looked like they were going to have a heavy win as they led 4-1 late on. And UMA just never stopped. They never gave up. And now they lead in extra time. Now Dalton United, nice flick over the middle here. Defending strong, Holstrom. Oh, there's a little mess in front of the goal there. Benjamin doing just enough. And it's going to be put back into play. And we also have some Division I results coming in. The Division I playoffs are in play here, and that playoff is going to determine the second promotion team to get to the Premier. Atlanta Fire is the first promoted team when they won the promotion playoff last week against Middle Georgia 2-1. And now the quarterfinals are underway in Division I. Those results are coming through. Whoever wins the Division I playoffs will advance or have the opportunity to advance to Premier for next season. So a lot at stake there as well. Here we go. Down Holstrom trying to come through. Shirt pulled down a little bit. He is in the box. Fighting, switches back through, comes through. Just nestles nicely back for Nestor. No pun intended there. What a game. Dalton United. Plenty of time for Dalton United. Only a goal down. We see what they did in the first part of the second half when they scored 4 unanswered goals. Ball still in. It's going to go out. Aaron Fernandez holds up the flag. Be a throw in for Dalton United. Over the top, headed out. UMA down the middle. It's got Holstrom. He's on side, but Nestor's way out of his box to ferry it out. He's going to possibly throw it in. No, yeah. You saw that UMA attacker there. It didn't want to be caught off on the touchline with a challenge behind him like that. UMA we're a step faster right now in all the challenges. Here's Sosa. Scooping it in. Got almost a pretty good through ball through the air there, but unable to get it past the defense. Sosa. UMA kind of grabbing control here. All the way back to Nestor. Nestor puts it back into play. Nine minutes into the first period of extra time. We will play 2 complete extra time periods. UMA holds on. They will advance. If Dalton United can come back in these 2 periods, they will advance. If there's going to be a draw before the end of extra time is done, both periods, they will go to penalty kicks to decide. So this is bonus football for everyone. Dalton United, here come. Down the left side, plenty of space down that left again. Dio out there to challenge, back to the middle. Dalton United trying to probe their way through, finds a little space here. Little challenge from the back. It's going to be a foul, and it's going to be in a very, very interesting location for Dalton United. Just the top of the penalty arc here. Going to be a free kick, almost center. UMA are going to have to hold firm here. They lead 5-4. They have everybody back in defense for UMA. It's going to be a large wall here. It's going to have to be one of those types of free kicks that's going to have to get up and then down again. It's that close, but it's well within range. 6-man wall. And here we go. Up, over. Oh, nice save. Reaction save. And it needed saving. It was well done, put in. See if we can get it before. If we put the throw in coming in. You see, yeah. Oh, just a reaction save there for Benjamin. Well done by, if he doesn't do that, that's the equalizer going in. Wait for the long throw. Here it comes in. Headed up by UMA. Headed out. Ooh, high boot, but it's going to play on here. Dalton United scrambling to get something going here. Got a little space, keeps it in. Knocked out by UMA for a Dalton throw. UMA looked dead and buried near the full-time whistle. They were down by 2 goals in the 89th minute, scored 2 goals. One in stoppage time to equalize, and now they've got the lead as the ball is cleared out for a Dalton throw. Like there's going to be a player down for UMA. At this time, you know, you start to wonder about the fitness levels are starting to be challenged because of all the effort that's been put into play here. Ethan Eller. Yellow card to Zoiler for dissension. Not sure what he was upset about, but an injury is an injury. What are you going to do? So UMA looking to try to settle this in extra time here. Nearing the end of the first period of extra time now. Getting close. Less than a minute to go, plus extra time. Stoppage time for the first period of extra time. And coming up over to Zoiler. Back over midfield. Ball let go through to the left side. Scooping in, headed on. And a goal! Dalton United come up with the equalizer now. Good first touch. Good first save there by Benjamin, but he could not do anything about the follow-up after a very hopeful ball that came in from the top of the key there. You see here, let the ball go through to the left side, a big looping cross coming in. And then first the save, and there's nothing to do with that follow-up. Just well executed for the finish. And now we're all tied up again, 5-5. After the first half, you never could have thought that there'd be so many goals in the second half, and now extra time. And we're very close to the end of the first period of extra time. Benjamin long clearance down the middle. You consider both of these teams ended up with the same record after this regular season, but Dalton United did defeat UMA in the regular season, which is why they have a home field advantage now. Plenty of football still left. It's going to be a foul against Dalton United. It's going to be UMA free kick, yellow card. And he's going to make him take that back. Did he show 2 yellow cards? 2 different players? No, I think he just showed the one. So now, 5-5. First period of extra time. Here comes the ball, deep ball into the box. Going to be headed out by Dalton United. Going to go out for a throw for UMA. Setting up for a long throw. It's going to go into the box. Deep in. There's a collision there, but it's going to be headed out. UMA still in control. Tries to get it over to the left side. It's going to allow to go out. It's going to be the end of the first period of extra time. And what a turn of events here. Right now we have a tie game going into the second period of extra time, and it's actually 5-5. And it's anybody's ball game now. Another 15 minutes could decide who is advancing on to the next level. And we've had results here. Just pull up in the playoffs coming up anyway. Right now in our game it's 5-5. We're going to the second period of extra time. Georgia Revolution defeated Lemonyo 3-1 in their first round playoff match. They're going to advance on to the next round. And we will know what's going to happen in this game at the end of regulation here, or at the end of extra time here. Another thing that we were looking at the end of the season, Golden Boot winner is Nazario Mbamio from Potros. He scored 15 in the season. Ronald Maradiaga and Emmanuel Lum came in behind him with another Potros player, Mark Bernot. They're in fourth on 8 goals. Usman Fall and Kareem Tamimi of Kalanji Pro Profile also on 8 goals. And it was a really offensive type of game, but the goals were kind of spread out amongst all these players. It's going to be Dalton United that's going to put us in play for this second period of extra time. And the way this game has been going, it may not be unlikely to go on to penalty kicks to decide who's going to win this game. It's so tight. The momentum has been swinging back and forth in this game, and it's just amazing that after the first half, you never thought you would see the game come out this way. All right, and here we go. Second period of extra time. We're all still tied 5-5. Switch fields now. UMA and the Blacks going to be going left to right in this final period. Dalton United in their traditional home white kit, white and red, right to left. And with things like this, it's hard to think about what type of strategy you can do in the second period when they've expended so much energy. There's got to be a lot of fatigue out there. There's been players that are playing with injuries. Some players cramping up. It's now a situation of survival, I think. And there's so much at stake here. And for those who have joined us from Georgia Revolution defeating Limeño, as we come down this left side here, Dalton trying to get in there. He's kept in. He's still there. Nice, got around the defender there. Waited a little long to take the shot. Going to come off of the UMA player for a corner kick here. But he got around that defender, and I thought he was going to keep on going and take the shot earlier than he did, but he waited a little while. The defender recovered and was able to come in and foil the opportunity. So it's going to be corner kick here for Dalton United. Dalton United has been very good with, he's not allowed to move that flag, but he got away with it. And here comes the in-swinger coming into the middle here. Tried to head it on, but UMA header flicked enough just to get it out. Will be a Dalton United throw. And we want to welcome the viewers from Georgia Revolution who watched them defeat Limeño. It's a wild one here. I'll explain it to you in just a moment. All the way into the boxes, throw in, coming out, battling it out. UMA just does get it cleared out there, but not too far. UMA struggling to do something here to get it out. It's going to come off. UMA player for a corner kick for Dalton United. UMA started this game. They scored in the first half. It was 1-0 going into halftime with UMA in the lead. Dalton United scored 4 unanswered goals in the second half, and we're leading 4-2 in the 89th minute before UMA scored right at 90 minutes, and then they scored another in stoppage time to push it to extra time. And here we go with the in-swinger here for the corner kick. Now a chance for UMA to break out of here a little bit. A little heavy touch there. Dalton United get it. Sends it back the other way. Nobody there. It's going to go all the way back to Benjamin. And so UMA took the lead in the first half of extra time, 5-4. And just before the end of the first half of extra time, Dalton United managed to score their equalizer. So we're now at 5-5 in the second period of extra time. We have to have a winner. See who goes on to the semifinal round next week. Georgia Revolution is the first team to book their place next week. Now we'll see what happens here. Oh, boy, a little argy-bargy there in the back there. Collision. Referee's letting it go. Imagine you could have called a foul there. See if we got that on the replay here. Put it back into play. You see here, it's a little collision. No, there's nothing to it. Two players going for the ball. Fair enough. Referee got that absolutely correct. Battle in the middle of midfield there. Back and forth here. Dalton coming through. Dalton player still down. And they're calling him the trainer on. Went down in that challenge there, holding his leg. I think he's more frustrated than anything else. Number 6, he's a substitute that came on in the second half. You can tell he has that frustration that he didn't get a call in his favor. He's going to have to go off the field right now. He'll come back on in a few moments. He'll drop ball to put it back into play. Over the top here, Dalton United fighting to get something out of this game. Get ahead, back in ahead after they had so expertly done it in the second half, only for UMA to grab the equalizer and then the lead in the extra time. Kind of game that turns into an instant classic from the UPSL point of view. UMA coming down, trying to break. 3 against 4, though. And Dalton United do just enough to come back the other way. Now they have a little space coming back. Closing down fast, though, is UMA. And they've done a good job. Wrestled possession back. Another Dalton player is down. Middle of the field. See, that's Jaime in the middle. Aiden Collins tried to skip his way through the middle there with a half chance to get on goal. There's Prince Tika clearing it through, tried to get it through again to the front line for UMA. It's taken by Dalton United, coming back the other way. Dalton United doing that passing thing they do. The middle is try to Tika successfully ferries it over the end line for a goal kick. What an amazing game. I could have never guessed the back and forth nature of this match and the fact that we got to extra time. In the 88th minute, it looked like Dalton United were comfortably going to take this game. But UMA had other plans. And we got bonus football. Ball cleared high up into the Dalton air. Back down now. Dalton still in possession. Clipped. Says he didn't mean to. Yellow card is going to be shown to Sosa. No ill intent, but a clumsy challenge. Earns him a yellow card. Now it will be a little bit of more time. Ultimately, he is back up. Looks like he'll be fine. Going to be a lot of fatigue out there. We get closer and closer to what might be spot kicks. All right, back into play by Dalton. Long free kick down the middle. Trying to skip through the middle here. Dalton United with a shot there. Taken by Benjamin. It was on goal. It needed saving, but comfortably taken by the goalkeeper. Get another chance. We'll take another look at that. It's going to go out. UMA with the throw in now. Miller trying to push it through. Little chance here. UMA. Collins has been very active today. Tries to slide it through to Yo. Going to be forced out. Oh, man. But another half chance by UMA. going to get a a throw in here, a long throw in, another opportunity coming up now. Let's get them to hurry up a bit. Real chance for UMA here. Setting up for, he's on the track now, coming up to the touchline, throw it in into the box. Header, high up in the header, but Dalton defender equal to the task. And it's going to go out by UMA for a Dalton United throw in. Quickly taken, trying to come down, catch UMA upfield here. Dalton United on the break. 2 against 3, long range shot that goes nowhere close to where it needs to go. The challenge. And we'll take another look at that earlier attempt that came in from Dalton before all this happened. You see it just skipped through. And a nice save there by Benjamin. But now we wait for the goal kick here by UMA. And the whistle goes off and it goes out. And Benjamin, he pulls up lame after that goal kick. He's down. And Dalton, the referee is going to stop the game. And we're going to continue on. Benjamin did get up. He sliced that ball out of play, but I think it's mainly because of the pain. It came from that earlier confrontation he had in the collision where he was injured. He had come way out of his box to clear a ball and twisted his leg a bit. And he was down for a while, and I think he re-injured himself there. He's still hobbling around a little bit in the penalty area for UMA. But UMA do have a free kick there on this side, or is it a – yeah, it's a free kick on the far side there. Long ball coming in. UMA and the shot. Go! Fantastic goal for UMA to go back in front. 6-5. Long ball in from the free kick. And let's take another look at that. That ball came all the way in, headed on, and a right foot, just one timed it. Oh, just a great finish. It's just, you can't, I don't think Nestor just could not stop it. He wasn't badly placed. He just put it down, and it just, 6-5 now. UMA close to the end of you can't write the story any more crazy than this game has been. Both of these teams looked like they were going to win it at different times. At the end of the first half of extra time, UMA had all the momentum, and then Dalton United scores. And now UMA have come back and scored again. I got to say, largely against the run of play in the second half. But how can you say that? Both sides have just been going at it back and forth. Boy, tackle there. We're going to get a little bit of stoppage time here because there have been injuries. Couple of scores. Dalton United, now the urgency is there for them. 6-5. Yeah, I'm not believing this game. I can't decide on how this is happening. UMA in the lead. Late in the second half of extra time. Dalton throw. Dalton still with some time to do something here. They can get an equalizer still. 4 penalty kicks. And the way things have been going back and forth, you can't say no to anything that might happen in this match. Real battle here. Dalton trying to get some space out to this right side. Found a little bit, tried to cross it through just all the way to Benjamin, though he's going to grab it and fall. Try to shave a few seconds off the clock here. I mean, these two teams have played very evenly, not only in this game, but throughout the season. Ended with the same records. The foul is called. Going to go against UMA for Dalton United, quickly taken. And the only reason Dalton United got the home field is because they did defeat UMA in the regular season. And the head-to-head is our tiebreaker, our first tiebreaker anyway. Dalton United, opportunity here with a long throw. Something that this team is well known for. And Nestor is up for Dalton United. We saw Benjamin do the same thing for UMA. Ball just drops down, and Benjamin tries to kick it out or punch it out, and it's going to be a corner kick for Dalton United. Nestor still in the penalty area. The goalkeeper for Dalton United is in the penalty area as an extra man. Here comes the in-swinger. Knocked out. Get it back in. Nestor gets a head on it, and it goes out. It's going to be a goal kick. Nervy times for both teams. UMA, Dalton United trying to get that next goal in to equalize, force penalty kicks. Long ball down, headed back towards UMA. Here comes Dalton United again. Back out to the side, right side. They've been loving that right side during most of the game. There's space here. UMA trying to hold on to this lead. Dalton United want to get the equalizer. Tried to cross it in there. Unable to do so for Hugo. Another long throw being set up by Dalton United. Nestor up again. Another man for UMA in defense is going to have to mark him. Here comes the throw. Nestor gets his head on it. Coming back through. Nestor still up front. Header coming through. Go! Can you believe it? Dalton United have equalized at the very, very end of extra time, the second extra time period. And like I say, you can't say what's not going to happen or what's going to happen. Here he goes. It gets it in. Nestor played his part in it. Comes up, headed it up, and then it's like, oh, he just too many white shirts there. UMA could not mark up properly to address that. And it's 6-6. We're going to go to penalty kicks to decide this game. And I cannot believe what I've seen. At the end of each of the periods, we've had goals to stretch this game further on, and it goes on now, and we see that there's even some UMA player being carried to the field. I think he's had a really bad cramp there. But, I mean, what a game. And we've had earlier, as I said before, Georgia Revolution advanced to the second round, to the semifinal round after defeating Leminho 3-1. We are now 6-6 here, going to go to penalty kicks. In this first round, we got two playoff games for tomorrow, one of which ASMG is going to broadcast. That will be the Kalanji game. as they will be hosting Georgia Athletic at Shiloh Stadium. And I cannot tell you what's going to happen even during the penalty kicks here. Unbelievable. So we'll have a toss up to see who goes first with the penalty kicks. And I just cannot tell you. I mean, just back and forth, the fortune of both of these teams going back and forth. Take another look at that equalizer there. Again, Dester there played his part. Distracting. They had to put a man on him, but look at that coming through and just knock it on. They just had too many offensive players there to deal with, and now it's all tied up again. 6-6. We're going to go to penalty kicks. Teams are going to have to dig down deep, and a lot of people like to call the penalty kicks sort of a lottery. But it is skill involved. We'll just have to wait and see how it matches up. We got the coin toss going on over on the far side. We'll see who goes first. And we'll see which side that we will get the kicks, the penalty kicks. I'm not even sure who would have the advantage here. I think there's a lot more experience on the Dalton United side. As we get down here, they'll get everything organized in the middle of the field. Not tell you. What this will mean. So Dalton United are going to start us off. Coming up. Discuss. The referee's going to go over the details, what they are allowed to do and what they are not allowed to do. Tense moment. Benjamin standing tall in the goal there. Waiting for everything to be She's set. The AR got her position. Still looking to everything. The referee is checking on something. I'm not sure. All right, here we go. We back up. Coming through. And he goes through. Dalton United, first blood. And they will lead 1-0 in the penalty kicks. Now it's up to UMA. And here we go. First opportunity for UMA. And they score. So now 1-1 on penalty kicks. Dalton United now with an opportunity again. Steps up. Goes in and is saved. So UMA get a bit of advantage here by saving the second goal or attempt. And now UMA could get an advantage. If they can convert here, now it's up. UMA, see if they can do it. He steps up. Hits it easily through. Goalkeeper guessed correctly. But it's now 2-1 on penalty kicks. So now Dalton United trying to stay alive here. Comes up, takes it, and buries it. They get one back. Dalton stays alive. UMA coming up now. Try to get something going here. Keep their advantage. Stepping up. Slides it through, and he misses. This is what's saved. And we're back level again. And is anybody surprised that this would happen? Just like the game, we're going back and forth, not only with regular time, not only with extra time, but now with the penalty kicks to decide who goes on to the next level. So we now had both teams score 2 and miss 1. Dalton United coming through, unstoppable. Just puts it high up, and there's nothing goalkeeper can do to stop that now. Dalton United back into the advantage. UMA now having to convert to try to stay alive. Can UMA stay in the competition? Pressure. And here we go. Comes through. Buries it. High and to the right. No way of stopping that. UMA back on even terms. 3 each. Now, here comes Dalton. Again, Zach stepping up. And he get Dalton back out in front here. And there he goes. He saved it. Saved it. What a clutch save from Benjamin. This gives UMA an opportunity here with the final of the regular penalty kicks here. We're at 3-3. If he converts this, there'll be celebrations. Tense for both sides. Takes real nerve. Steps up. It's going to go up and over, and there you have it. UMA have gone and won this game 4-3 on penalties after ending the regulation 6-6. What a result for UMA. What a game that they have put together and come across. Congratulations to UMAFC, who came to Dalton United, went back and forth in this game. We're down a couple of times. We're ahead in extra time. We're drawn back by Dalton United, and now had the nerve to really settle themselves into the penalty kicks and get the advantage and win the game. They go on to the second round for next week after a famous victory for UMA here. Coach Andrew is going to be very happy. He made the right tactical decisions. So it's been a great opportunity to witness this on asmg.com. Thanks for watching here. Keep an eye. We have the podcast during the week, the highlight shows. We're going to go back over this information. And we'll have the back pass this weekend. But we still this coming weekend, tomorrow night, we've got Kalanji Pro Profile in a game that they, in their first round, they're trying to get back to the national picture. And if they can get there, then of course they're going to look to come back against their disappointments against Soda City from last season and get further on into the national playoff picture. But they've got a long road to go now as they look to play Georgia Athletic tomorrow at 8 o'clock. It'll be on asmg.com. So for all that are here, Krishna Cobb on camera, myself here, and the rest of the ASMG crew, we want to thank you for watching. Look for us tomorrow and the next week, and we'll see you then.
This has been a presentation of the UPSL. Any use of this broadcast without the written consent of the Atlantic Soccer Media Group is prohibited.